Imagine yourself being brought back in time and placed before the cross of Jesus Christ. You stand there watching Jesus being led to the cross, his body torn and bleeding. You stand under deep conviction of sin as you realize that this is all being done for you. You know that you have sinned against God, and you kneel before him weeping in brokenness. Guilty, guilty, guilty screams your heart against you. A writ of accusation written on paper appears before you with all your sins written upon it. Is there any hope? Suddenly time freezes. Jesus Christ kneels beside you and says, I am ready to blot out your transgressions if you are willing to give me the accusation written against you. Yes, yes, yes. Only a fool would not allow Christ to take away all his sins from him. Only a fool. And so you reach over to give him the accusation, but he stops you and says, wait. What is it, Lord? Let us just get this over with and be done with it. Why wait? The paper you're holding is your life. The accusations you see on this side are things that you have done against me and that I am ready to forgive. But on the other side of the same paper, you are going to find accusations against those who have done wrong against you. Are you willing to have those blotted out as well? Then you turn the pages over, and on it you find the names of those who have deeply hurt you in your past. And beside those names is written what they did to you. There you find those who have broken your heart and wounded you to such an extent that only you know how badly it hurt. Those who have betrayed you, those who mocked and scorned you, abused you, physically hurt you, threatened you and your family, ignored you, cast you out of their circles, spat in your face. There you find written all the bitter pains that have ever been done against you. If I am to blot out your transgressions against me, I will have to take that paper and immerse it into my blood. I can only blot out everything. Not just one side, but all of it. Will you allow me to forgive those who wronged you the same way that I will forgive you? Here's where the struggle ensues. What they did against you hurts. It was wrong. It was painful. It seems impossible to forgive them. Yet Christ is waiting. You must. Christ sees your struggles and reminds you to look at the cross. He too was painfully wronged, painfully mistreated. They too spat in his face, beat him, mocked him, then took him and crucified him. And yet, on the cross, he forgave them all and asked Father to forgive them also, for they do not know what they are doing. None of those who hurt others ever fully know. Neither did you fully know how much you have hurt me with your sins, far greater than anyone has ever hurt you before. There is no comparison. Will you forgive just as I forgave you? The longer you focus on the cross, the more your sins become visible, and the greater the comparison turns out to be. You begin to see how your sins far outweigh the sins of others, and you're left with no other choice but to forgive. Yes, you cry out in desperation, I forgive them all. Are you willing that I should forgive them for what they did against you? This hits you hard. Does that mean that Christ will also forgive them? Yet the cross still stands before you, and the memory of your sins against him reminds you afresh that you need him as much as they do. Yes, forgive them for what they did against me. My cross not only brings forgiveness but also the blessing of life. Are you willing for me to bless those who cursed you? Are you willing to bless them? The thought that those people will be blessed stops you. Yet you gaze at the cross again, and there you see that all else pales in comparison. Yes, bless them, Father, and I bless them as well. Only then does Christ take the writ of accusation and bring it over to the cross with him. Then he nails it onto the cross, and then he willingly lays down upon it, and his blood pours over it, blotting it out completely, all of it. And that's when full freedom comes. Christ commands us to forgive those who have hurt us, and to forgive every single time that we are reminded of those pains. Therefore, let us look at all who wrong us only through the cross, where all our accusations must lie, baptized in the blood of the innocent Lamb who died for all of us. And whenever Satan the accuser brings his accusations against us or against those who have wronged us, let us immediately point him to the cross, where all our accusations lie, nailed to the cross and buried in the blood. And let us thank God for his forgiveness over us all.